Welcome to the post-campaign report for the Wired Art marketing team. My name is Vincent Yancoskie, and here with me today are my colleagues Gallo, Hideki, Daniel, and Eddie. Today we will explore our journey through the Google AdWords campaign that we managed for wire sculpture business Wired Art. Our primary objective in the campaign was to increase traffic to wired-art.com and effectively increase brand awareness among our target audience while encouraging sales. To accomplish this, we determined that we needed to achieve an average click-through rate greater than 1%, an average cost per click less than $1, and a minimum of 3 conversions or sales. With this in mind, I'll pass it over to Gallo to explain the steps we took to achieve our goals.
We determined that an average position of at least 3 would contribute the most in achieving the 3 campaign-specific goals. We created 2 ad groups, one named Wire Art Sculptures and the other named Wire Sculpture Gifts. For these ad groups, we obtained relevant keywords by holding a brainstorming session and utilizing the Opportunities tab. To ensure high keyword quality scores, we filtered our keywords throughout the campaign based on the highest click-through rates and the bounce rate data we retrieved from Google Analytics. Based on our actions, we managed to achieve a total of 257 clicks on the Wire Sculpture ad group and 1 click on the Wire Sculpture Gifts group, which was later abandoned once we determined it did not match our target audience. Our campaign ran from April 1st until April 21st, and we began with an average maximum cost per click below $1. Gradually, we increased the CPC for the highest performing keywords until we had run through our $250 of campaign funds. We finished that campaign with a successful 11 conversions.
As the campaign progressed and we monitored the success of specific keywords and their corresponding ads, we had to evolve our strategy to adapt to trends in our matrix. One big change occurred when we allocated a larger portion of our budget to the handmade sculpture ad, which was the best performer throughout the campaign. We also increased the maximum CPC and the daily budget for this ad to allow more clicks per day. The budget on the lower performing ads was decreased to save money. Another large change that we made was going from a long tail strategy to a medium tail strategy. This was because at the beginning, some of our keywords were too specific and did not generate any clicks. Keywords with quality score less than 7 were modified or eliminated to increase the average position. Now Daniel is going to talk about some of the key results of our campaign.
The AdWords account exceeded the expectations of the campaign. The AdWords group chart shows the performance indicators of the 2 campaigns that were run during the 3-week period. The handmade wire art ad has a CTR that increased weekly and an average weekly CPC that went from 63 cents on week 1 to $1.10 by week 3. This increase in cost per click resulted from the use of higher search keywords to attract more clicks. The CTR for the custom wire art campaign went from 0.31% in week 1 to 4.14% by the end of week 3. The average CPC for this campaign was at its peak in the first week, the least in the second week, and in the middle by the end of the third week. The top keyword chart shows examples of the keywords that were the most successful in our campaign. With that, I will pass it to Eddie for the concluding results and the learning outcomes.
So, the account ended on the 3rd week with a total of 258 clicks, 21,823 impressions, and a 1.8% CTR, and an average of CPC of $1.07. As shown in this chart, the CTR increase as an average of CPC has slightly decreased due to adjustments made in the campaign. By acting as a marketing team, the group gained valuable experience in planning, running, and closing a marketing campaign. The traffic estimator, the keyword generator, and also the AdWords editor were helpful tools when we were planning the campaign strategy, and we learned a lot about the varieties of tools Google has to offer. Our team leader gained experience with organized deadlines and communication avenues with each other. This also allowed us to be highly involved with the client at the same time. The client was very satisfied with his results as the campaign increased his sales by about 30%. We recommend that the client continue to run AdWords campaign with the most relevant keywords so as to better target the audience. It would also be advisable to allocate the most resource to the best performing keywords and set bids high enough to reach an average position greater than 3. Thanks for listening. This is the Wired Art Marketing Team signing off.